Hi Floss Tube, I'm Sally, and that was Freddie. Sorry Joanne, I know you wanted to see him. I didn't think he'd stay. Yeah, I'm Sally, StitchySally, here on Floss Tube and on Instagram. Today is Friday, the 20th of August 2021. Sorry, I'm really out of sync this week because obviously normally I try and like to film every couple of weeks on a Wednesday, but I haven't been well and I've been waiting until I felt something like so that I could film. Anyway, sorry about that. Yeah, welcome to my Floss Tube about cross stitch. Welcome back if you are a returning viewer. And welcome if you are new here. Hope you enjoy what you see. And I think I'm back to the airs again, aren't I? Sorry. So I will just make a start on showing you what I've been up to. I've had a couple of finishes. I have no fully finishes, no FFOs because I haven't felt like doing any. I've got some out to do. I've got the fabric out. Yesterday I did manage to get some interfacing ironed on, so hopefully if I feel up to it over the weekend I might get some finishing done. So without further ado, my first finish is the #Tudor B-Cell, which is hosted by Amanda Alba Stitcher and Kim, the contented stitcher. And that is all finished now, and I really love this. It is such a pretty design. I'm just so pleased with how that looks. As you can see, I've left the border off. I was watching Kim's Floss Tube and she'd left the border off and I really liked it, so I copied Kim and left it off. So this is stitched on 40 count Permin sandstone linen using the DMC conversion on the chart, and I'm just going to finish it as a pillow and put some sort of trim around it, so hopefully by the time I film again that will be done. And Freddie is now very happy with himself because he flew away from me. And then my next finish is this one. Finish this, the box with Thy Needle and Thread Winter in Baltimore, and I'm stitching this with the called for threads, except I swapped out WDW linen for DMC B5200. Yeah, because it just wasn't showing on my fabric. And that is stitched 1/1 on 28 count mushroom Lagana, and I have a box which will hopefully be okay. I'm just a little bit bothered about the height of it, whether this will actually go on, but we'll see. And they were staring me in the face all the time at Boxy Lady. I have had to buy a pack of 3, but I'm sure the other two sizes will come in. I have got another with Thy Needle and Thread, an oval design to finish a snowman. Can't remember the name of it now. So then I started the pin cushion. Haven't got a lot done on it as yet. And as you can see, I left the thread hanging. So that's the start of the pin cushion. It's just a teeny weeny start, but better than not starting it at all. sorry, I'm all out of sorts this morning. It was just sort of a last minute thing. I was going to leave doing this till next week, and then I changed my mind and decided I would do it today, so I'm going to be all over the place, I think. So I'll move on to the rest of my whips now, and it's this one, Our Lasting Friendship, Blackbird Designs, and this is my Tuesday night BBD sal with my lovely friends Barb and Mouse. As I've said before, Barb is stitching for the birds, and Mouse and I are stitching this one. It's doing my head in. I've got to admit, I've been enjoying it, and now it's just doing my head in, and I cannot wait. I cannot wait to get it finished. It's going to be a while yet, but I've got the wrong piece of card here, I think, but anyway, never mind. Sorry, I keep knocking the table and knocking my laptop. Oops. That one. I'm not quite sure what I've done since last time. I'm not very good at editing, so I know a lot of Floss Tubers put the before, how it looked before, pictures in, but I tend to get them flashing up where I shouldn't, and I shall have to practice. I think I know I've done this. May have finished this. I've done a little bit of the border. If I'm using the border thread anywhere in any of these and I've finished, I'll just finish my piece of thread off by doing a bit more of the border. So there's still a lot of motifs on this, so I don't know how much longer it's going to take me, but I will persevere. I will do it eventually. And then my Friday night sheep sal with Barb, which of course is in a project bag with sheep on. And this one is, as you'll have seen before, if you've been here before, it's Wear Wool by October House Fibre Arts. My big ass sheep. And I'm using a mixture of the Called For Fancy Floss and the DMC conversion. It's a bit creased, but I'm not going to iron because I don't like the idea of ironing every piece every time I do a floss tube. I'd rather wait until I've finished the stitching and I'm ready to finish it before I iron. So I think I've did this flower, this bit up here. I don't really know. But I do like how this is stitching up. It's going to be a bit bigger, I think, than I wanted it. I probably would have preferred to do it on either 36 or 40 count, but I'm kind of just wanting to use some of the fabric up that I maybe wouldn't otherwise use. Probably when my eyes give up, I'm going to have to go back to the 28 and 32 or whatever. I'm not an Ada snob. I will, sorry, a linen snob. I will use Ada. I have used Ada in the past, and even weave and what have you. Right, so have we got now? So on a Monday night I'm stitching a piece from this book, Blackbird Designs Tokens of Friendship, which is out of print. and I'm stitching this one. Forget Me Nots, which last time it looked like it said Forget Men, and I know that. I hope you thought that was rather funny. It did tickle me, it really did tickle me. So I'm using, I'll put those there. I'm using the called for threads. One has dropped off. Oh dear. There's the other two. And this is where I'm at. So as you can see, I've finished the wording. I've finished the outline around the wording, and I've started on the leaves. There's a lot of specialty stitches coming, which will be fun. I do quite enjoy specialty stitches. Some of them I'm not very good at. Some of them I do. I just think, no, I'm not doing that. I'll do something else instead. But the majority of them I do like doing. So I may have to get some more fabric. I'm not quite sure whether I've left myself a big enough piece of the platinum linen to do the back, because I want to do Stitch Barb's name on the back and the year of her birth and the year she died, and then that will just be a tribute piece to her. And speaking of actually tribute pieces, a lot of people have been stitching Basket of Memories, the one that says Remember Me across it. Really, really pretty, and it's out of print. And Patricia Geary on the Blackbird Designs group, she put a post up yesterday to say that that will be available in a book that's coming out in spring 2022. And just saying to people, if you can wait, don't pay ridiculous prices for it. So that's quite exciting. There's no more details at the moment, so please don't go asking about it. But yeah, apparently it will be available in a book in spring next year, so that's really exciting. Looking forward to seeing what else is in there. So have I got everything out? I feel like I haven't got everything, but I must have. That's with me doing it in a rush. So I just kind of went hell for leather to finish Tudor Bee, because Kim the Contented Stitcher and Shelley Key X Stitch were starting a new cell, and it's from the Sewing Club book. I haven't stitched anything out of this yet. I love looking at it, and I think next year, maybe, I'm going to see how I go. I would really, really like to just pick one of my Blackbird Designs books and just gradually stitch through it. I don't know which one it'll be, because I do have a few. So the one that we are doing is this one. There's quite a few of us doing it. We've joined Kim and Shelley. I'll just find the... There we go. I'm sure you'll have already seen it anyway. And it is #the Air of Other Summers with Friends, Sal. So if you want to join in, just use that hashtag on Instagram, and then Kim and Shelley and anybody else will be able to, anybody else who's joining will be able to see your progress. And I'm using, again, they're not all in here because some of them are used on other projects. No, they are all. No, are they? I don't know. No, they're not all in here because there's more than that, I'm sure there is. So I'm using a mixture of DMC and the Fancy Floss. I didn't have them all, so I thought I'll just use the DMC. I'm not going to buy any more. And I only started it last week, I think. I had a couple of nights on it last week, I've had a couple of nights on it this week, and it already caused problems. I think it was the way my mind was, the way my head was. I stitched one of the flowers in the wrong colour. Then I had to frog part of the house. And what did I do last night? I stitched these in the wrong colour. So what I've done is I've just left them, and this one should have been stitched in that colour, so I've just stitched it in the opposite colour. And this is on 35 count vintage country mocha 1/1, and I just love this. I don't care that it's caused me problems, I just love it. It is so pretty. Gosh, I'm really whizzing through this morning, aren't I? I'm at 16 minutes. Freddie put me off flying away. Poor bird. It's probably thinking, no, I don't want to be famous. Oh dear, I'm having to keep an eye on him because if he's on the top of his cage and he gets to the back of it, the little beggar will nibble the wallpaper. That's going to fall off there. No. No. Right. I'm going to move on to haul now, I think. Haven't spent much this time, thankfully. I've just bought some patterns off Etsy. I was looking down Instagram, and all of a sudden this post appeared, and I'm like, oh, what is that? And it was Julie, I think Julie's her name, from Kansas City Girl in a Colorado World. I hope I've got that right. Sorry Julie if you do happen to watch, if I haven't, I'm sure I have. And it was just one of those posts, it really was, that just makes you stop and look. And she'd started a new project. It was a sal, and it was a swear word. And I thought, I've just got to go and have a look. I've got to go and have a look and see what this is. So this is a chart by Birdie's Crossing, whoops, on Etsy. And it's called No More. There's two versions of this. I picked up version 2. Now, this isn't the chart, but it kind of is the chart. So what I'll do is I will just show that there. So I don't know, I've been looking at threads to stitch this in. I don't know what I'm going to stitch it in. It's basically, I won't say the word, it begins with F. I'm sure you'll know then what it is. And it's basically homophobia, sizeism, patriarchy, ageism, classism, bigotry, transphobia, xenophobia, racism. Have I said racism? And it just really spoke to me. So I bought that. So I don't know what colour I'm going to stitch it in. I always seem to go for red, but I quite like to do it a little bit, just do something a bit different, I think, than red. Maybe variegated or something, I don't know. I've been looking at the Sulky Blendables, but I'll have to see. And then I picked up this one, Quirky Quaker Sheep, from Darling and Whimsy Designs. It's Deanna, and she's on Etsy as well, and can also find her on Instagram. And I think that's just really cute. Should be quite a quick stitch as well. Oh, can you see it? And she does have some really cute quirky quakers as well. And she's got some coming out at Needlework Expo as well. So that's another one. And then my final piece of chart haul is Samplers and Stitches. It's Carol. Carol X Stitch on Instagram. If you want to go and have a look and see, she'll have a link to her Etsy. I will, if I feel like being on my laptop for I'll put links in the description, drop down box below. So she's just released this one. This is a little bit of autumn. And if you go to her blog, which I will also hopefully link down below, she has the summer one for free. And at the moment, this is on offer, it's on sale on Etsy. I can't remember how much it should be, but I think it's something like £1.50 at the moment. I think it's quite sweet. Squirrels, love squirrels. Well, I love red squirrels. Greys are okay, but I love reds best. That's that. I'll just show you the summer one because I've got it here. I've got it printed out. So that's the summer one. That's free on our blog. I'm sure you'll have already seen it because I know a lot of people have already stitched it. I just haven't yet, but I will. And I am. I'm assuming that she'll eventually do the other 2 seasons as well, which will be nice. And I just want to mention another freebie, which I know everybody will have seen anyway, and it's from Whilst Iris Naps, and it's sampler freebies, and there is Be Kind, Be Brave and Be You, and look how she's finished them on spools. I don't think I'll be doing them on spools, to be honest. So that is Be Kind. And then we have Be Brave. And lost it. Be You. So I think I might stitch those and just finish them as pillows. And those are lovely. So if you go to the Whilst Iris Designs website, you can download them from there. I think those are just lovely. Right, I've been thinking about getting a stitching journal. I do use a notebook, and I put in the design that I'm stitching, what I'm stitching it on, whether I'm using DMC or fancy flosses, the date I've started, the date I finish it, if it's for a gift, who it's for, if it's a sal, I put the hashtag in. But what I really wanted to do was do a more comprehensive journal type thing, and put in the actual flosses that I've used, so that sometimes when I finish something and it's something that I finished, the stitching's been finished a while ago, but I'm only just getting around to doing the finishing, people do ask, did you use the call for flosses or did you change them? And I can never remember if I've changed them, what I've changed them to, so I think it would be quite nice just to do a bit more comprehensive journal. And I also I am going to get the Book of Days this year, for next year. I ummed and ahed over getting it for this year and didn't, and I did regret it. So I was asking about stickers. I asked on Facebook and I also asked on Instagram where people in the UK were getting the stickers from. And my friend Barb had read my post and I got a message from her saying, look out for an Amazon delivery. And she bought me this. Cross stitch. Proof that I have the patience to stab something 1,000 times. I love it. Absolutely love it. So, if I can just, it's got pages. And you can also design, which I'm no good at designing, so I'm not going to be doing that. What I may do is just pop a picture in there of what I'm stitching. We've got thread inventory, patterns and kits inventory, and then this is sorry, excuse me, works in progress pages, and then you've got a shopping list. I think I better ignore the shopping list, to be honest, and wish list. So that's a really nice book, and I think it's a really good one, is that. So prior to her sending me this message, I had ordered one. Not one of these, it's a different one, but I am going to have a stitching journal to use for a long time now, which is good. So I picked up this one by Ardith Designs, and it's the Needleworker's Notebook. I haven't done anything about writing anything in either of these, so this is what you get. And I think that's the same all the way through, and there are just a couple of little charts at the front. There's a fancy font sampler and a Joy Whimsical ornament that you can stitch. So that's theirs. Right, what else have I got? Can't prop my notebook up this morning. I'm not using the table that I normally use. I've got a couple of jigsaw boxes with my laptop on the top. Right. So, my plans for the next couple of weeks, well, it'll probably be just under 3 weeks before I film again, because when I want to film next time, my husband's on holiday from work. So it'll be the week after. It'll be the 9th of September, maybe. Because I think I'm at the dentist on the 10th, which is the Thursday, which I'm not looking forward to. It's only a checkup, but I'm still not looking forward to it. Yeah, so my plans, it will just be stitch what I've got on the go. As I said in my last video, Lainey and I are going to be starting Blackbird Designs Octopus's Garden as a sal together. I don't know when we'll start, because I know Lainey's got a lot on at the moment. Her lovely little dog, Cooper. He's not well at the moment, and he's going to have an operation in a couple of weeks, going to have an operation. So we may delay that. I don't know. I'll have to speak to her and see later on what she wants to do. I've done nothing with Guardian that I showed in my last video. I've just not been in the mood to pick it up. So when I will, I do not know. I don't know really what else I've got planned. I'm secret stitching at the moment. I did start one thing and I've ended up abandoning it and starting something else. So we shall see how that goes. I'm not big into Halloween stitching. I've done a little bit. I've done a little bit in the past. I like having a few bits displayed for Halloween. So I don't really know. I don't think I'll do any, but we'll see. Anything could happen. 'Tis stitching. We change our minds a lot. So there's Jess, still in her pyjamas. Oh dear, that really wasn't very discreet, was it? I've been ironing this morning, she's gone for some uniform.
Oh, I need socks.
She needs socks. Oh dear me. Right, yeah.
God, now, bye. Sorry.
That will not be getting cut out because I don't know how, for one thing. Right, yeah. I'd just like to say thank you to Kerry and Stitches, who gave me a shout out in her latest video for the Under 1,000 Subs Club. Just thank you ever so much, Kerry. That was really, really kind of you. I followed Kerry on Instagram for quite a while, and then I think I started watching her videos maybe 3 videos back. 3 videos? Yeah, and I really enjoy watching her, so I'm sure you've already seen her, but if you haven't, do go and have a look. She has a lovely variety of projects on the go. Yeah, I think that's about it actually. As I said earlier, I haven't been well. I wasn't 100% the last time I filmed, but I felt well enough to do it. And then on the Monday, I sat up in bed and I had vertigo. I've had it for quite a few years. Thankfully, I don't get it very often. Thankfully, I don't get it too bad. But it's really knocked me. It's knocked my mental health. Yeah, so I do have medication, which thankfully was still in date, because usually I either go that long it's out of date, or it didn't have a very good date to start off with, but thankfully it was still in date, because my last bout of vertigo was end of November, I think, last year. So, and I'm still taking it at the moment. Some days I feel not too bad, other days I'm a bit no. So I've waited until I felt something like to film this. I was going to do it yesterday, but I needed to do my Tesco's order online, and did a quick hobbycraft order, and then I did an email that I needed to do, and I knew about it. So that's why I may not get things put in the description box, but I may do. So I'm hoping that I'm on the up now. I have managed to stitch, thank God, because I cannot just sit and stare at 4 walls. I've watched a lot of Floss Tube. I've had it up on my TV in an afternoon. So yeah, I've caught up on quite a few that I wanted to watch. I still have quite a few yet to watch, but I'll maybe have a look at those next week. So yeah, I'm just hoping, as I say, that I'm on the mend now. I need to ring the pharmacy today and make sure my prescription's in, because I need some more. I'm going to need some more medication. Wasn't sure whether they'd let me have it at the surgery or not, because I don't think it's on repeat. But they haven't rung me back. They said they'd ring me back if there was a problem, so hopefully there should be more. If not, I'll be back ringing the surgery today to see what's going on. So yeah, that's me for the last couple of weeks. Yeah, I can't exercise, which has kind of peed me off, that I can't exercise. And I know it's silly, but I struggle with low self-esteem. Sometimes I'm okay, sometimes I'm not. Don't like how I look, don't like the weight that I've put on. I'm 2 stone heavier than I used to be many years ago. I do need to lose a stone, really, but it just will not come off. But I will get back to it at some point. I don't want to start too soon and go backwards. So yeah, I had so much to say. Oh, I'm waffling now, so I think I will just stop and I'll go see if I can put the stuff in the drop down box below so that you can follow the links for the charts and things that I've bought. I have got a chart on the way, actually. I ordered it on, I think it was the 21st of July. It was dispatched on the 28th of July, and it's supposed to be flat rate tracked. It's coming from Australia, but I have no tracking details, so I have no idea where it is. I have no idea if it's still in Australia or where it is. And obviously I appreciate Australia in a very strict lockdown at the moment and things are slow. But I have emailed the shop or the online store to see if they can just give me any pointers. I've never ordered from Australia before, so I have absolutely no idea how long things take to come in normal times, never mind during a pandemic. So yeah. Anyway, I'm waffling, so I'm going to go. So I will see you, I think it will be in 3 weeks, unless I get a quiet period where I can film in 2 weeks. So I will see you either in 2 or 3 weeks. Thank you for watching. Please click the thumbs up for me if you would, and also leave me a comment, even if it's just to say hello or you like what you've seen. If you have any questions, do ask, I will reply. I reply to every comment. If I have missed one, I'm really sorry, I've not seen it. But if I do, I do try and reply to every single comment. And please do subscribe as well. It would be lovely if you would subscribe. I'm doing quite well. I think I've got 482 subscribers, which I never thought in a million years I would even get to 100, so it's really nice. So I hope I haven't put you off by waffling and going on. So I will see you next time. Thanks very much for watching. Bye.